First of all, we should know what exactly is a VLAN. So VLAN is a virtual LAN. So in hard scenarios or in physical scenarios, we use a cable to have a communication between different devices, right? But suppose there is a network in a company and there are multiple departments, so we want like the HR department, the finance department, and other departments are there, right? So we want like only the HR to HR communication can happen, only the finance to finance communication can happen. So we will use in this scenario we will use the concept of VLAN. So first of all we will take a switch, we will take PCs, PC, and then we'll connect all these pieces to this switch. Let's set this. Let's rename this PC HR department, HR department, sorry, for duplicated, HR department 2, finance 1, and this is our finance 2 PC. Okay, and then we will assign the IP to these PCs. My, I will assign the IP from the same network only to explain you. We use this different IPs from the same network only. So we have assigned the IPs to all these PCs. This is 192.168.1.1. This is 192.168.1.2, 192.168.1.3, 192.168.1.4, and subnet mask is /24, which is 255, 51, 4, all the PCs. This is our network and subnet mask. So we will jump in this switch, show MAC, this table. You can see the switch has started to learn the MAC addresses, and the switch has learned the MAC addresses over its port communication. Now we will ping PC1 to any, we will ping each PC from this PC to see. Right now we don't have any VLAN communication, and by default all the communication is happening using same VLAN only. So let me show you one thing also. One more thing, show VLAN. So you can see by default all the ports are member of the same VLAN only. Now we will jump over this PC and will ping from this PC to other IPs. You can see the communication is happening. Third IP, communication is happening. The fourth IP, the communication is happening. Okay, but now what we want to implement? We want to implement a VLAN communication, and we want that the HR department can communicate to HR department to PC only, none other any other PC in the network, like the finance and finance 1 and finance 2. They can only communicate, and these only two can communicate. So let's take a diagram also. Only only this communication from this PC to this communication can happen, and only from this PC to this PC communication can happen. Now we will create two VLANs. We'll go to configure mode on the switch. VLAN 2 and then the name HR part. Now another VLAN 3 name 5 means now we'll verify the VLAN configuration first of all. Now you can see we have created two VLANs with this. Now still the ports are not part of these two VLANs, right? So we will assign the ports to these particular VLANs. We'll go to this interface, first interface, fast internet 0/1 command would be switch port mode access. Since we are making part of a VLAN, so we will use this command mode access on a Cisco switch port access VLAN, and then VLAN 2, which is a part of which is HR department VLAN, and then hit enter. Now this VLAN has become the part of this port. Now we will verify the configuration again. Now you can see one port has been assigned to this department VLAN 2. Now again, now by default all these ports pieces are part of VLAN 1, and this is only part of VLAN 2. Again if I try to communicate to these pieces, the communication will not happen at any cost, because the switch is dropping the packets. Timed out. Let's try other IP. Right now we have tried to communicate with 2 and 4, which are part of finance pieces, and the communication is not happening. Now we will try to ping 3.3 IP, which is part of HR. So always remember that just by not assigning just the name of the pieces, the communication will happen. There will be a configuration that would make everything possible. Okay, you can see this PC is not able to communicate to any of these PCs in the network. Now, again, we will go to configuration mode, interface. Now, we want this PC communication to this PC, right? So, we have already made this port member of VLAN 2, and now we will make this port member of VLAN 2 also. Port mode access, switch port access, VLAN 2. Then we will do the configuration for REST ports. Now we are making this port the part of VLAN 3, and then we will make this port a member of VLAN 3. Also remember, in case if you mentioned a VLAN which is not created, VLAN number which is not created, then the configuration will create a new VLAN. Now let's verify the VLAN configuration. Show VLAN. Now you can see two ports are part of VLAN 2 and the rest two ports are part of VLAN 3. Now let's try to communicate. This PC are this PC and this PC is a member of VLAN 2 only. So if I try to communicate from 1.1 to 1.3, it should happen. Let's see. You can see it's happening. But if I try to ping both for this one or this one, it will not happen. You can see request is getting timed out. Now we will go over this PC and we'll ping 192.1.6.1.4. You can see this PC can communicate to this PC. So this communication is going over this switch. It's checking that this is a part of VLAN 2 and which other port is a VLAN 2 member, then it is forwarding the traffic on that link. So if I go to show MAC address table also, you can see when the communication is happening, it is learning this MAC address from this VLAN over this port. So whichever port is communicating, it is also learning that VLAN to map to, and the learning is happening dynamically